Hey Flosstube, it's me, Betsy Kleger, in a new location. It is disclosed. It is our TV room where I am filming today because the TV room is in the basement we refinished, and Scott is on the second floor because he's recovering from COVID. Yeah. So the big news here is Denver Nuggets won the championship. Woo! Lots of footage, either at the beginning or the end of this video, because I don't know how I'm going to edit it. Since 1990s, I was going to say since the 1900s. Since the 1990s, Scott and Max Kleger, and I jumped on the bandwagon, have been big Nuggets fans. Max played basketball at the Y. And his big hero at the time was Ryan Bowen, who was on the Denver Nuggets and a very good defender. So Max, when he played basketball, kind of treated the basketball like a hot potato to get rid of it all the time. So he said he was a defender like Ryan Bowen. It was quite cute. Anyway, I'm spinning around in circles, but Ryan Bowen is now an assistant coach for the Denver Nuggets, the NBA champion Denver Nuggets. So come full circle, of course, Nikola Jokic, Scott and Max have been on his bandwagon since 2015. Now the whole world knows how great Nikola Jokic is with the rest of the Denver Nuggets. I'm telling you all this, even though it is a channel about cross stitch and knitting and crochet and sewing and all my other crafts. I'm telling you this because Scott went to Game 5, which was the game where Denver clinched the championship. Yay! It was a Father's Day present from me and Max, although I funded it. Took out a small mortgage on the house to pay for it. And Max and Ashley, my son and daughter-in-law, by the way, Scott's my husband. If you're new here, Scott's my husband. We've been married almost 35 years. We have one son, Max. He's 32. He's married to Ashley, who will be 30 in July. And they live close by. Max and Ashley had season tickets because they knew this was the year for the Nuggets. So they all three were at the game. Unfortunately, Scott got COVID. I'm laughing because he's feeling better. And so he's napping maybe. So I thought rather than record this from my craft room where I usually record, the craft room is next to the TV room upstairs, our little TV cave, not our big TV room down here. And so he can't hear me and I didn't want to disturb his sleep. That's a very long story for why I'm in a different location. And I thought this would be a short Flosstube, and it might be. But I got my hair done yesterday, and I got duded, put on a dress, new earrings from my sister Jenny, and just to cheer myself up, because I've been taking care of Scott, which is fine. I'm glad he's better. And I thought, I am a vain enough person now that I don't record Flosstubes unless I have makeup on, and my hair did. And so why waste this, right? So I thought I'd record a Flosstube because I have a finished object. Actually, yeah, I had started it the last time, I think. I don't know. But it may be a start and a finish. And no, it's a start and a finish. Yeah, because I started it on Nikki Noodle's birthday on June 3rd. And I have a lot of progress on something I've been working on monogamously that I wanted to show. And then I wanted to show on things I want to start, but I kind of need opinions on. But as you all know, I do what I want anyway, so I might not listen to you, but I still want your opinions. Another question that, I guess we'll get to the stitchy content in a minute, Ryan. While I was putting my makeup on and getting duded and thinking, oh, I'm gonna do a Flosstube, it dawned on me, for those of you who remember the old-fashioned malls, the enclosed malls, you know, of the 70s, 80s, and maybe even into the 90s. Do you all remember these places called glamour shots, where people would go and get all gussied up and then they do a pose, you know, several poses? Glamour shots, I think was the name of, they're probably franchises. I'm interested in knowing how many people had that done. And I want people to guess, because I'm not going to say anything, because I want you all to guess. Do you think that I went and had my glamour shots done? I'm a pretty vain person, right? That's a hint. So, did I pay money back in the 80s or in the 90s to go get glammed up and do a glamour shots? And if I did, if you say yes, put it in the comments below. If you think I didn't, put that in the comments. I'm just interested. And I want to know not only what you think whether I did it, I want to know whether you did it or not. And I'm sorry if it's not your generation, just skip and put another comment. Just skip this question part. But I'm interested to know who did glamour shots. And then, if you did it, I'd like it shared on Instagram. My Instagram is Betsy Klager, so tag me if you've done glamour shots and you have your glamour shots picture that you can put on Instagram, tag me. And then the next Flosstube, or maybe on Instagram, I'll let everyone know whether or not I succumbed to the glamour shots vibe. Okay, here's another little hint. I was in college from 79 to 83, and then law school from 83 to 86. So I didn't have a lot of money. That's a little hint. Okay, so let's get to stitching. Oh, in the beginning, I'm hoping to put as a screenshot the Denver Nuggets t-shirt that I ordered, one for Scott and one for me, that says we're the champions, because we're all very happy that the Denver Nuggets won. All right. Oh, Max and Ashley did not get sick from the event. They weren't sitting with Scott, because he had a solo ticket, so he was off on his own. But he did meet up with them afterwards, but they didn't get sick, thankfully. All right, so what the heck have I finished, you're asking? Well, there's not going to be any live Hamilton interaction here because she's upstairs sleeping in our bed, which is her bed, and I couldn't disturb her because she's just too sweet. But there's a lot of footage that I'm going to put either at the beginning or the end of Hamilton spinning in a chair, my daughter-in-law spinning her in a chair, Hamilton eating my eggs and licking milk out of my cereal bowl because it's just too cute. And if you're not a cat person, you can skip over that. All right, so what did I start and finish? This was, I'll take it out of this was a birthday stitch for Nikki Noodle, who has one more birthday. No, she has no more birthdays in her 40s. She just had her last birthday in her 40s. Ha ha. You're just getting wiser, Nikki. Nikki kindly gifted me the pattern, the silk, Gloriana silk, and the fabric. Picture this plus gingerbread to do this. And I started it on her birthday, June 3rd, and I finished. Maybe this needs something. Here, I'll use this bag because I didn't bring my board. Look at that. I know the lighting here is kind of wonky. It kind of makes me look like I'm an angel though, right? Ooh. We all know how proper and saint-like I am, right? Can you see? I hope you can. I hope there's no shadow. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see. So maybe I should put my glasses on if I can find them and point out how I customized this. This design, by the way, and this is after pressing it. Oh, there you go. Okay. The design is by Teresa Vanetti, also known as Shakespeare's Peddler. That's her design name. And so Rai McGuy, Nikki Noodle, and I are stitching it for her birthday. So I personalized it by putting Ryan's cat's name, Stanley. Nikki has 2 cats, Ted and Frosty. And then of course I put Hamilton's name in it. And then I put June 2023 to commemorate when I stitched it, but also it's Nikki's birthday. So yeah, here's Ted and Frosty. There's their names. I don't know if you could see. Ted, Frosty, Stanley, and Hamilton. So I think I am going to finish it, fully finish it rather, into a project bag. I have cat fabric. Of course I do. So tomorrow's task, since Scott, poor thing, still not feeling totally 100%, so we've had a lot of home time. Tomorrow I might have time, or maybe later tonight, to sew up a project bag. And for tutorials for project bags, I use Liz's tutorials, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. I met her at Stitch North, and she has really good tutorials on her channel. She has 3 different project bag tutorials on her channel. I'll try and remember to link. I'm really bad at that, but I will try. But if you're watching me, I think you all pretty much watch her. So that's my first start and finish. Part of the reason when I take breaks from Flosstube is because I don't think I have enough to show. So when I finished this and then made a lot of progress on this other thing I'm going to show you, chart, I'm going to show you, then I feel like I can justify another video, right? Is this cutting my head off? Look at my hair. I love it. Megan does such a good job. If you live in Arvada, Westminster, Broomfield, I highly recommend Megan Juergens. She's not related to the Juergens lotion. It's spelled differently, but reach out to me and I'll give you her contact information. She actually was in the drama plays. I can't speak. She was in plays in the drama club at my son's high school. She was a couple years ahead of him. And so that's how I know Megan. And now she's married with 2 kids. And she's been doing my hair for a number of years. And she's awesome. If you don't like my hair, then don't call Megan. Earrings, by the way, are from Chico's. Oh, you don't want to see my Kleenex. Look at these. Aren't they cute? They're like paper clips, I think is what. Yeah. Okay. So the second thing that I was working on, and I did show it last time, that I have been working on, but not finished yet. I'm sorry. I'm reaching back to my bag, which I don't think I've shown this in a while. My tuxedo cat bag made by Jasmine Custom Bags. She's Canadian, eh? She made this because, you know, tuxedo cats. So last time I think I was doing the normal size one, or I should say original size sampler of Maximum Cross Stitch Ellen Reed, who signed my chart. I was going to do the original one, but then I saw she designed for Caroline of Evertotes, designed a smaller one. And I thought, ooh, smaller. Yeah, I could get it done more quickly. So Ellen generously sent me this version, which is not signed. So Ellen, I'm gonna mail this to you so you can sign it, and I don't know, you might wipe your butt with it like you did the original one. It's up to you. I'll send it with your birthday card. Ellen's birthday is July. Anyway, so this is the one I'm doing. And so I had a huge piece of fabric, 36 count, by Cedar River Linen, Jody. And it was huge. So I wanted to cut it down to size so that I could have it easier to access, but I didn't want to cut it too small. So is aberrate a word, a verb? Aberrate. To deviate from. An aberration, that's a noun. But anyway, it's not English class. I was going to say I aberrated, and I thought that doesn't make sense. But rather than do what I normally do, how about if I just talk English? I did the border because I wanted to cut the fabric. That was the point. I seem to be like, my words are going doo, 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 doo. And the border matched up. Oh, let me use the bag. So this is how far I've gotten. Once I finished the cats, I came back to this, and I did have to rip out the top part because that's different on the original chart, the original size. You know, I'm gonna take the ring out. I was working on it. Now I'm showing you, so I should just take the ring out. And yet I didn't press it because I didn't. So I think the last time I showed you, I had done the top. So there was a part underneath here that's in the original. So I ripped that out, and then I finished the whole border. I mean, well, not the whole border, just the green part, the part, you know, before you fill in the flowers. So now I know the whole size. This really is not working well. Let me, hold on, as they say in Baltimore. If anybody watching is from Baltimore, I was born there. I went to law school there, so I can make fun of it. Hold on, right? Right? It's hold on. Okay. Can you see that? With all the big circles. And I'm starting, what is that called? A cartouche? I don't know. Gwyneth, you tell me. Gwyneth is my wordsmith. She corrects my pronunciations, and she tells me what words mean. Gwyneth is curling stones and X stitches. So I'm loving this, and I'm working on it pretty much monogamously because I love Ellen Reed. And she knows I'm committed to her. But I'm a little itchy to start something new because everybody around me is starting stuff, and I just want to be part of the crowd, you know? Don't you know? So I'm probably going to work on this more today, but then tonight I think I might start something new. So I want to show you what I'm thinking of starting. And you can all give me your comments on what you think I should start. Also, if you've stitched it, and share pictures of it with me. Give me encouragement. As I have mentioned before, I'm sort of contrary. So if someone tells me to do something, I might do the opposite. So you can use reverse psychology on me. I don't mean to be contrary. It's just my nature. But I have several things that I may start. Or start one of these. I don't know. I showed this last time because this is still something I think I might want to start. By Liz Matthews, the Garden Side Sampler and Tree, because I have done the companion piece to this, the garden one, that is waiting to be framed. I have so many waiting, I need to get framed. It's just so expensive. So I have the silks for it. Actually, I had this in my tuxedo cat bag thinking this is what I would start. Part of the reason is then I wouldn't have to get everything ready. Like the other thing I'll show you has DMC, 2 of them have DMCs, and I was too lazy to put them on cards. So it's like, nah, not gonna start it. So, plus it's silk, you know? I like silk. These are a Versoix Soie de Jet. I lied, they're needlepoint silk. You can't believe anything I say. They are needlepoint silk. NPI, also known as NPI. Okay, so that's choice number 1. And I don't even have fabric picked out for it. So fabric, I have just a lot of, I have a lot of neutrals. I have a stash of Cedar River linen. Actually, from this, I could use Tephra is the color. So I could use Tephra. All right. Fabric, I am not picky about fabric. I mean, I'm picky that I like nice fabric. That's why I use, I was gonna say, Jody, I'm not picky about fabric, so I'll use Cedar River linen. That's a ringing endorsement. What I meant to say was, I'm not picky about colors. I just like, put the floss up, yeah, it looks good. You can see all the floss on it, looks good. That's what I meant to say. I'm not picky about picking colors. Like I see a neutral, they all look the same to me. Maybe I am color inhibited somehow, I don't know. But I see people holding up different fabrics and saying, which one should I use? I'm like, they all look the same. But, so all that to say is, I will use Stash to do any one of these projects. But I am picky about fabric quality, which is why I use Cedar River linen. All right, the next one is, oh gosh, I really want to start this one. Mary Amelia's Bird, and I'm sorry it's not in color. It is designed by Quaint Rose Needle Arts, and it's a reproduction, Mary Amelia's Bird. I believe Ellen Reed has stitched this in her Angsty Bird collection. And here's why this appeals to me. Oh, and let me show you the bag. It's in a bag I made that has Pyrus fabric and a little tag. My little vanity tag. So I remember who I am. Oops. Sorry. As they say in Canada, sorry, not sorry. I've been wearing my Canadian maple leaf pin on my blazers at work that Gwyneth gifted me. So I have a little piece of Justin with me wherever I go. Okay, these are the Roxy floss pack to go with Mary Amelia's Bird. Now my hesitation in starting this is purely laziness. It looks like there's a lot of confetti. But I could stitch it on 32 count because I do have 32 count in my stash. It will require two threads, but I think it's okay. I think there's enough. If I'm wrong, let me know. Okay, so that is choice number 2. I have had this for quite a while and I keep wanting to stitch it, and then I'm like, oh, is it too much confetti? Confetti, for those who don't know, I learned what it is. It's when, you know, you have like 2 stitches over here in one color next to one stitch in a different color, and it's not groups. It's not like big blocks of color. It's like Hades, Heaven and Earth Designs, the full coverage, those are confetti. Very challenging to my mind. The next, let's stick to birds, shall we? Because we know, Ryan, how much you like birds. I don't know why I did my hair when I was talking about birds. The next one is by an Aussie designer, Mojo Stitches. Isn't that lovely? It is called Mary Barton's Work, an Antique Reproduction. I don't think that was an Australian accent, but can you see that? I love it. Again, it's not that it's confetti. Confetti might be the wrong word, but it would take a lot of concentration. That's the word I'm looking for. I think okay, yes, I have the fabric for this. The called for flosses. I don't know. I don't know the count of this. It might be 40. I'm not sure. I'll have to get one of those gauge thingies. And I don't know the color because I'm not helpful at all in that regard. If you want information and details, you do not come to me. Although I can tell you that I'm using the called for flosses, and here's what they look like. It's Classic Colorworks Weeks Gentle Art mashup of them. But I do think there are DMC conversions and even Roxy Flossco conversions out there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the fabric is what's called for. So let me look on the pattern because I really don't want to be totally useless. It was stitched on 32 count Ale by Picture This Plus. I believe, I don't know. I was gonna say I believe that's what this is, but I would totally be guessing. So I don't know. It might be Ale. Because again, I've had this for over a year in my collection. And I didn't make a note because why would I do that? Why would I be helpful and make things easier for myself? That's a rhetorical question. No need to answer. Okay. See, I can bend over and you won't see roots because I just had my hair did. I also got a pedicure, which I do about once a year because my feet and toes are so ticklish. It's sort of relaxing. When they massage the legs, that's really cool. But the toe part, anyway. All right, so that's choice number 3. Right? Mary Barton's Work. I think also Ellen, basically if Ellen Reed has done it, I want to do it, right? This is the Ellen Reed episode. Because the next design, this was an impulse purchase at Stitch North because Jody, Trixie Tricycle, also Cedar River Linen, was stitching it. And then I enabled Ness and Alyssa, also known as Alicia, to buy it and start stitching it. So I'm kind of leaning towards this. Oh, this bag is Sheba Designs, Melissa, my cat bag. So this is the called, first of all, do you want to see what the chart is? Okay. Right? I showed this the last time. This is the castle where Ellen Reed used to live. And she grew out her hair and her husband Brian came and rescued her, blah, 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 from the bird, right? Isn't it pretty? And it's got specialty stitches. So I think I want to challenge myself. Except I don't know if I want to do satin. We'll see. We'll see how the wind blows on that one. Okay, so while I was at Stitch North, I bought this from Evertotes, Roxy Flossco linen, and I can tell you what that is because the tag is still on. It is 36 count, and it's 1/8 of a yard. And actually, the color's not written on it, Carrie. But I do know what it is, I think. La, 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 la. Is it on? Hold on. I think it starts with a P, which means it doesn't. Someone please put in what it is. Panettone! I was right, it starts with a P. Panettone or panettone. That's what I would say. Panettone. Pantone. Pantone? Pantone is what I am going to use one thread over 36 count. And I'm using the called for Roxy Flosstube. Don't you know? Governor. Here it is. And you can get all of this at Evertote because I am picky when it comes to charts and floss and fabric. And by the way, I don't, normal people would go through and say, oh, I already have this color, so I don't need that. I'm too lazy and I just say, give me the kit. And I figure if I have it left over and I have more than one, I will use it. And if not, I can gift it to people. Just having the beautiful floss out in the world, you know, it's nice to have it handy, right? Right? Okay, this is kind of what I'm leaning towards because, you know, it's coming up on Ellen Reed's birthday. She's kind of a jealous bitch. I know, I really want to start it. But you know, why can't I start more than one, right? Why do I have to pick one? I had to pick one husband. I have one kid. Why do my new starts just have to be one? This is a question I pose to you. Oh, look at that. I like this dress. This is a cute little dress I got at TJ Maxx last year. It's a little too short for work, but I like to wear it around the neighborhood. Speaking of, I'm going to do a commercial interruption. Yeah, commercial interruption. I am not sponsored by any means, but I like fashion, but more than that, comfort. These shoes I just got online, they are called Cobb Hill. I've never heard of that brand, but they're kind of like naturalizers. This is totally random, but I put these on because they are so comfortable. But you can dress them up, right? Like I'm gonna wear them to the wedding that I'm going to in July. The support on my arches is sublime. Anyway, Cobb Hill. It was an Instagram ad. I got them like 60% off, so they're normally pretty expensive, but I think I got them for under $40, which I think is pretty good for a pair of shoes. Anyway, sorry for the interruption. Like I said, I'm not sponsored, but these are so comfortable. And I am a barefoot kind of girl. Like I don't like wearing shoes, but these are very comfortable. And I wanted to get kind of dressed today because you know, I've been working, but I was working at home. I'm sorry, I'm looking down. I was working at home because I didn't want to infect anybody at the office, even though I kept testing negative. I think, all right, here's a PSA. My whole thing with COVID is, it's, you know, it's our new normal, right? It's not anything to freak out about, but I think it's common courtesy. You know, the golden rule and all that. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. I'd like to know if someone is in a house where there is a COVID case. So I let people at my office know, Scott has COVID. I'm testing negative. Do you want me to come in? You want me to stay away? They said stay away. So I did. That's all. You know, there are going to be COVID outbreaks or people with COVID at events. Just let people know and they can make their own decisions. That's the end of my public service announcement. Last but not least is another thing that I'm really itching to start. Itching to start. And this is the one I was gonna start, but it has a lot of DMC, which is beautiful, but I was too lazy to put them on cards because, you know, Scott was really sick. And I mean, he wasn't gonna die or anything, but he really was not feeling well. And of course I couldn't keep him company I would wear a mask and take him whatever he needed, you know, medicine, Advil, or, you know, a little bit of rice, whatever he could eat. I'd take it in with my mask and leave, wash my hands, scrub down. So there was about 6 days where I was kind of brain dead between working and taking care of him and taking care of house stuff. So when I wanted to start something, I really didn't have the bandwidth to do the DMC cards. But now I do. I have the bandwidth and the energy. So these are all of the beautiful DMCs. This was a birthday gift from Sweet Melly Ellie Stitches. Crap, I just realized your birthday present is still in my car, Melly. Monday. I'll go to the post office on Monday and mail your box. Anyway, and it has one classic Colorworks color. And what is the chart? I think I showed this last time. It is Moggy Manor by the Blue Flower. I think, Nikki, did you start this? I think Nikki started it. I think. I want to say Nikki saw that I got it and so she got it, or Melly saw that Nikki had it and got it from me. I don't know the sequence of events, but isn't this adorable? And Melly sent me all the floss, all the DMCs, and the fabric, the 32 count, huge piece of fabric. That is, let's see, I'm doing all this on my lap. It is Platinum Belfast linen, which is one of my favorite from Zweigart. So I'm kind of thinking I might start this tonight. And then maybe the Raven at Castle Kerr. Tell me, Gwyneth. Start that one tomorrow. What do you think? But look at this. You're the putty tats. Putty tits. Yeah, birdies. Another putty tat. I can't resist that. I can't resist it. I gotta do it. All right, I've decided I'm doing this tonight. I'm starting it tonight, but still leave your comments because maybe I'm lying to you, right? Future Betsy, who knows? Who knows what the hell future Betsy will be doing? So those are the things I want to start, and I want to make a project bag for my cat's chart, and I think that's it. That's all I got, and I'm doing under 40 minutes. Woohoo! By the way, I don't want to. This is my stitching spot downstairs. This is a recliner. Actually, all the seating behind me all reclines. And when Scott was really sick, I slept down here. Not fun. Hamilton, I'd wake up, I'd be on the sofa with my little pillow, and in the middle of the night, Hamilton would make biscuits on me because I had a fleece blanket on me. I thought I was getting acupuncture or something. And of course I let her do it, right? I'm not gonna throw her off of me. We suffer for our love. So that's it, everybody. Oh, I didn't say what day it is. It is Saturday, June the 24th, 2023. I hope you all are having a good summer. Yes, can you believe it's summer already? I'm excited that I will be going, Scott and I are gonna go to Seattle to see, to attend the wedding of my BFF, Amy. Her daughter's getting married. Amy also became a grandmother, June 5th. So that's exciting. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, and one last thing. I am having a little bit of a career change. I mean, not career change, I'm doing the same thing, but again, I'm switching. More on that later. It's not that thrilling, except to say I'm going to have a break between July 7th and July the 24th, where I will be on vacation. And in that time, we're going to Seattle. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of changes coming up. I hope you all are doing well and stay healthy and mask up if you think you have been around COVID, because when I went to the grocery store, I wore that heavy duty mask, and yes, it was uncomfortable, but I didn't want to infect anybody who might be immunocompromised. Who knows if I was carrying it or not. The tests, you can get them online, have them in your house. It's not that big a deal to test and make sure you're negative. Now I feel like I'm lecturing. I'm just saying this is what I do, and I hope people around me are doing it. That's all I'm gonna say, because we all want to stay healthy and not get this. It's not fun. I had it a year ago and Scott didn't get it, and I didn't get it this time. So he had exactly the same symptoms I had, and it's no fun. But I think we're on the other side of it, and I'll see you soon. Hopefully not a couple months, maybe just a couple weeks. Take care. Bye. Hamilton, I haven't finished eating.
She wants to go faster.
She does. She likes to go
Go
faster.
faster.
Yeah.
She's slow.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna
She
do
likes
it.
when she's like going after my hand. Oh, you got
Oh,
it.
she's spinning Hamilton. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Oh wait, is it on? Yeah.